What is going on, world? I am the Hungarian Experiment, and in this video I'm going to discuss intermittent fasting and why I stopped intermittent fasting. I was actually just sitting out here and I recorded a video, but it was just way too long, so I decided I'm going to split it up into two videos. So in this video I'm going to discuss why I stopped intermittent fasting, and then in the next video I'm going to make following this, I'm going to discuss my history with intermittent fasting and how I'm going to be changing up my intermittent fasting program to try to help me build as much muscle as I optimally can naturally over the course of the next year. As I discuss in a video coming up called my new workout split, over the last year and a half to 2 years, I've been trying to fix my weak points and fix my posture. Now that I feel I've fixed my posture and my weak points are now filling out, my goal is to put on as much muscle as possible. Over this last year and a half, while I was trying to fix my weak points, I wasn't as focused on building muscle, but I wanted to see, and I was experimenting around to see if I could build muscle while in a caloric deficit. Basically what you hear out there in the world, and you hear from most people, is that they're gonna tell you need to bulk or you need to be in a caloric surplus to build muscle. Personally, I don't believe that's true, and I believe I proved that on my own body. If you go check out my 1-year intermittent fasting transformation video, as well as my 3-year intermittent transformation video that'll pop up at the top of your screen here or be in the description box below, then you can decide for yourself if I managed to put on muscle. But basically, as I said there, my experiment and my goal was to see if I could put on muscle in a caloric deficit. So now that my weak points have filled out and I feel like my posture is on point, I am ready to put on as much muscle as possible. I can now do the exercises, the heavy lifts, without feeling like I'm gonna fuck some shit up in the next couple years. So I'm gonna be changing things up, and as I said, I'm gonna discuss that in the next video, because this video, when I first made it, was like 20 minutes long, trying to explain my whole intermittent fasting history and how I stopped intermittent fasting over these last 2 weeks. So yeah, over the last 2 weeks, I completely stopped intermittent fasting. I went up to Ottawa with the beautiful one to visit my grandparents and visit my family. And when I go up there, I like to live a different lifestyle. I like to enjoy other people's lifestyle. I feel one big thing in this world is, like, eventually when I have kids and I have their friends come over to my house, they're gonna be following my rules when they come over to my house. I'm not gonna be, oh, tell me all the little things I have to worry about your child. No, when you go out there in the world, you need to experience other people's life and their lifestyles. This is how you learn, this is how you grow, this is how you see other perspectives out there in the world, and then you implement them into your life and experiment around. So when I went up to Ottawa there, we were eating breakfast, we were having lunch, we were having a little snack, we were having dinner, and we were even eating late into the night. And we were there for about 3 or 4 days, and I continued that on for another week to a week and a half. Now, one of the things that I really noticed when I stopped intermittent fasting is that I felt very exhausted. We went to several museums while we were up in Ottawa there, and I found, because I ate earlier on in the day, that by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I was just pooped. I was exhausted. I was dead tired. One of the days, I had to have a nap. Now, we were walking around a lot, we were at museums and constantly on our feet, but that's what I'm used to. I'm a server. I'm used to being on my feet for 6, 8, even 10 hours sometimes, walking around, pacing back and forth, running this way, running that way. So this is something my body is used to, and one of the factors that I really felt is that I got extremely exhausted. I was tired a lot faster during the day, and over my 5.5 years of intermittent fasting, I rarely experienced that. Like right now, I'm about 16 and a half hours now completely fasted. It's in the morning here. I haven't ate since last night, and I feel fine. I feel amazing. And I'm gonna continue. I got a haircut in the next hour, and then I'm gonna probably cook a steak after I go to the gym. So that'll be 18 to 20 hours of absolutely no food in my stomach. And that is what I'm used to. Like I'm experiencing an energy high right now, because I feel my body is switching over from the carbohydrates and running off the carbohydrates, and now it's focusing more on fat burning. And once I get to the gym and finally actually make sure I deplete all the carbs from my system, then I most likely will be in a state of fat burning and fat loss. So that was my experiences with stopping intermittent fasting. I felt I got very exhausted very fast. Now, one thing that I want to do with my YouTube channel is that I don't want to just do these experiments and say how I feel after. Anyone can say their opinions or how they felt, but one thing that I really want to show, and I really want to take you through the journey as well, is that I want to be getting rigorous growth hormone and testing done on my body on a weekly to monthly basis. This way we can really see, after doing intermittent fasting for 5.5 years, for the last 1.5 to 2 years of being in a caloric deficit, what my growth hormone levels are on a weekly basis, and then switching it up for 2 weeks into a 6 to 8 small meal type of lifestyle and diet. So this is something that I really want to see, and especially now that I'm going back into intermittent fasting. What happened over these 2 weeks? Did my growth hormone levels deplete? Did my hormonal output from my body go down about 10 to 15%? I don't know, and this is something that I really want to prove and I really want to show for you guys. Because of you guys, because of your support, I started up a GoFundMe, and you guys donated to this GoFundMe to help me get my first batch of growth hormone tests. So over April, I tried to optimize my growth hormone levels as much as possible through my physical exercise, my nutrition, visiting the sauna, basically everything I felt I could do in life to increase my growth hormone levels naturally. I tried to do it. And over the course of May, I got 3 separate urine growth hormone analysis done. And from the results, I was at 94 percentile. I had 3,300 PG/GCR, which is the amount of creatinine that's in your urine. And the average for most men is 500 to 2,200. So I had an extremely high growth hormone output. Now that could, as I said, be from a host of different factors like my age, my physical exercise, my nutrition, and all that. But one of the things that I want to do with this YouTube channel, and I want to do for you guys and display and document for you guys, is I want to show you my life factors. I want to take you through basically every single day so you know what I'm doing with my life. You know what I'm eating, how I'm lifting, and the exercises, all the different things that are going on in my life, my stress levels, any and all factors that could be affecting my body hormonally. And then get rigorous testing done. So that way, over this course of the 2 weeks when I stopped, or if you guys are willing to fund and support more of these growth hormone tests where we would be able to get it done on a weekly basis, I would be asking what you guys want to see. Many people have been telling me, I want to see vegan experiments. Okay, well, if I go on vegan experiments and I do this very rigorously and I do it very strictly where I make sure I'm still intermittent fasting, but I'm still getting the exact same amount of calories and I'm still doing the same physical exercise, all I can tell you is how I feel. Now, that I believe is very important, but at the same time, I want to be getting this rigorous growth hormone testing done so we can actually prove things. Right now, all these people are saying how they feel or how they left a certain diet and they turned vegan and they feel amazing then. But are we able to see their documented lifestyle before they changed and before they have this amazing outlook on life now that they switched to a vegan diet? This is all things that need to be rigorously documented, need to be rigorously and strictly tested. And this is stuff that I want to do, and I want to kind of set the example. So these growth hormone tests are not cheap. If you were following along my journey around May there, you would have known that each one of these growth hormone tests is about $177. So to get my growth hormone tested on a weekly basis, for 1 month, that's gonna be well over $500, and I absolutely just cannot afford that right now. Right now, we are $135 away from reaching the next batch of 3 growth hormone tests where I would be, and this is the month that I wanted to be doing it. I wanted to be doing it during the 6 to 8 small meals month. I wanted to eat 6 to 8 small meals for a whole month straight, tell you guys how I feel and the cognitive functions and how mentally I'm feeling and how my body's feeling while I'm at the gym, while also being able to show you scientific, documentable proven results. And this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to do with the Hungarian experiment. I want to be taking you guys through my lifestyle and displaying, as I said, there all the factors involved and how it's affecting my body and then how it's affecting the results that come. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are interested, if you guys want to see these growth hormone tests continue and to be a long-term thing, the GoFundMe is going to be down in the description box below, and it will also pop up at the top of your screen somewhere right here. Please go check that out. If you have the means and it's something that you want to see in this world, please feel free to donate. I absolutely, it's amazing that you guys have donated to the first batch, and you guys are helping me to become the man I always aspired to be. As I said, this is something I want to do with my life, and you guys are helping me get there. I'm able to do this because of you guys, and in the future, I want to be asking you guys what type of experiments you want me to put my body through, what you guys want to see. And the thing is, as I said there's only so much that I can tell you how I feel and how it's affecting my body. I want to show scientifically and prove it in documentable ways. So the only way we can do that is if we get the funding for this and get this going. Another way that I feel we could possibly get this going is if we all band together and we message Rocky Mountain Analytical. I'm gonna include their email and some links to them down below. If you guys wanna see this happen and you don't have the means to donate, or you just don't wanna donate but you wanna help out in some other way, take 5 minutes. Go send them an email and let them know that you want to see the Hungarian experiment test his body on a weekly basis. As I said there, these are about $177 each. So if you guys want to get this tested on yourself, if you want to just know for yourself 1 month out of the year how your growth hormone levels are affected by your daily life factors, then it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be easy. And I had to visit several doctors who denied me. I had to visit several naturopathic doctors before one was finally like, you know, this is something interesting. This is something that I want to see happen in the world as well. So she linked me up with Rocky Mountain Analytical there, and they're the ones who supplied the growth hormone test for me after we paid for them. So if you guys want to get this done in the future, if you want to see this happen out there in the world, if you want to see me continue this growth hormone testing journey, then please go donate to the GoFundMe. And if you don't have the means, also go send them an email. If we can bombard them with emails, letting them know that this is something they want to see and that you guys want to see this happen in the world, and maybe you would experiment and get your growth hormone tested as well if it wasn't so expensive, maybe they'll like sponsor this YouTube channel. Maybe they'll fund and allow these growth hormone tests to be sent to me on a weekly basis, and then we can make it cheaper for you guys. I can show you guys and hopefully in the future connect with them and make it a cheaper and more viable way for the masses out there to test their own growth hormone levels. So thank you again for watching this video. You guys are absolutely amazing. I would not be able to do this. I would not be able to do this journey without your support. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to everyone who donated to the first batch of growth hormone tests. Thank you for watching this video and listening to why I stopped intermittent fasting. I am the Hungarian Experiment.